Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the bill for consideration is the Virtual Assets Bill. Virtual Assets Business Amendment Bill. The Virtual Assets Business Amendment Act, the Virtual Asset Business Act, number 24 of 2022, the Act, was enacted to provide a regulatory and supervisory framework for virtual asset service providers operating in Lucia. However, upon further analysis, it was determined that the Act did not fully align with the recommendation of 15.5 or the Financial Action Task Force. Recommendations. Recommendation 15.5 provides that countries should take action to identify natural or legal persons that carry out virtual asset business activities within the requisite license or registration and apply appropriate sanctions to them. Mr. Speaker, the FATF was established in 1989 by the G7 Summit, has set global standards to combat money laundering and terrorist financing. These standards include Recommendation 15, which mandates regulatory oversight of virtual assets and providers of these virtual assets. Mr. Speaker, the current definition of a person under Section 2 of the Virtual Asset Bill does not include a natural person. Instead, it defines a person as including a sole corporation, a body incorporated or incorporated, a firm, an association, and a partnership. As a result, enforcement actions cannot be effectively applied to individuals who offer or operate a virtual asset business as virtual asset service providers without due authorization. To address this efficiency and ensure compliance with international standards, the following amendments have been proposed. Amendment of Section 2, the definition of a person, to be amended and expanded to include natural persons, thereby ensuring that individuals engaged in unlicensed virtual asset service providers fall within the scope of this Act. Amendment to Section 4, the insertion of a new subsection 6A to grant the Financial Services Regulation Authority the power to monitor virtual asset businesses and take enforcement against unlicensed operators. The amendment of this Act, Mr. Speaker, will ensure a robust regulatory enforcement and compliance with international financial standards. It will also provide the FSRA with the legal authority to actively monitor and penalize individuals and entities engaged in unauthorized virtual asset activities, thereby strengthening St. Lucia's financial regulatory environment. So, Mr. Speaker, basically it's an amendment to two sections of the bill, Section 2 and Section 4 of the Virtual Asset Amendment Bill.